My name is Joseph K DeRosa. I'm an author in the United States. This is one of my books, Fairy's Story, Escape to Freedom. I recently ran into a woman named Marylon Longobardi. She's a poet and a writer in Naples, Italy. I asked her to tell me about herself. I was impressed with her writing. She sent me this little story of herself, and I thought I'd read it to you. By Marylon Longobardi. With all the corruption and desire for money and power in the world, I'm happy with who I am, how I live, and what I have. A few years ago, I made a choice of early retirement, despite the fact that I would lose 40% of my retirement earnings by leaving my job prematurely. "You're still too young," they kept repeating when I consulted with the union or with anyone I asked for advice. "If you retire, it's the end for you." They meant I'd be bored with nothing to do. And I was indeed very uncertain. I started working when I was only 18, and I had already worked for so many years. How much longer should I keep working? Then an opportunity presented itself, a new retirement law that offered an early retirement option. It reduced the race to retirement by 7 years and offered different options for retirement. Just 15 days before the deadline for submitting the resignation application, someone enlightened me. Sometimes I still wonder, but I certainly did the right thing. You have to make the choices you feel in your gut, they said, even if you love the job you're doing for such a long time. 30 years earlier, I met a psychic. She made the prophecy that one day I would change my job and my life. She told me that I would grow up to be ready for something very big and very beautiful. So I quit my teaching job. Not that I've changed fundamentally, but I have been dedicating myself to creative writing for some time. I've published various texts, which, as I always say, are for everyone. Then came the Disney milestone. One of my poems, Il Mondo della Fantasia, was included in a video part of a Disney portfolio. It was also included in a book named Fabulas en Flor, published in Mexico. The book contains several of my fairy tales and poems, translated by Ruth Perez Aguirre. Besides writing poems and fairy tales, I'm sometimes referred to as the Lady of Anagrams. I have a passion for inventing anagrams. I often create an anagram based on a person's first and last name. I love colors. Marilyn Monroe is the lady in white. Kelly LeBrock, the lady in red. Angela Lansbury, aka Mrs. Fletcher, is the lady in yellow. I'm delighted to have been referred to in the newspapers as the Lady of Anagrams. My name, Marylon. I created my stage name, Marylon, when I saw it in an article in one of my city's most popular newspapers, Il Mattino di Napoli. Marylon combines parts of my first name and last name, Maria Rosario Longobardi. I like Marylon because it also reminds me of one of my idols, that lady in white that I referred to. In 2007, I had a book published that contained several anagrams. One of them was Attesi proprio lodi e, which in English means I'm expecting great things. I was a finalist in a literary contest held by Proposte Editoriali, and if you look carefully at their name, it's an anagram for Attesi proprio lodi e. I am expecting great things. And so I'm looking forward to more artistic opportunities in publishing, movies, and television. A lot of good things have already happened, and more will come to fulfill the psychic prophecy. The best is yet to come. Thank you for reading and listening. This was a letter I got from Marylon Lana Guama de Napoli, Marylon's Anagrams from Naples. She was a former teacher, a poet, and writer, but mostly a citizen of the world. I hope you enjoyed it.